really like you, but I'm not ready for a relationship right now. We have so much fun together, but I don't want anything serious. Let's just hang out and have fun. Those words are difficult and painful to hear from someone you really like, especially if you want to be in a relationship. It leaves you disappointed and unsure of how to respond. Should you continue to see him or walk away? What's going on here? Is he just not that into you? Is he confused? Does he need more time, or does he have Peter Pan syndrome? In this video, I'm going to explain the differences, and then I'll tell you exactly how to handle these situations. So don't go anywhere. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Antonio Borrello. Welcome to another video. If this is your first time here and you're interested in dating and relationship advice videos that will help you make your relationships exceptional, start now by clicking subscribe and then the bell icon to be sure you're not missing any of our weekly videos. Okay, so on to our topic. What to do when the person you're dating tells you they don't want a commitment or they aren't ready for anything serious right now. Oh, but more importantly, at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you a very common solution that you must not get caught up in, regardless of the situation. Doing so will almost always sabotage your chances of a real relationship. So make sure you stay tuned till the end because you don't want to miss that one. So first off, I've got to say that this is a difficult spot to be in. It really does suck when you were hopeful about a potential relationship, looking forward to exploring possibilities with someone, and then they tell you that they aren't sure that they want to be in a relationship right now. Nevertheless, they still want to hang out with you. Just nothing serious. And this is an artifact of modern dating. Sure, the casual situationships existed in the past, but not nearly as common as they are today. For the most part, dating used to be about courting. Now it's become about sporting. I've talked about it before in videos about situationships and the hookup culture. But just because these situationships are common doesn't mean that you must partake in one, especially if a committed relationship is what you want. Of course, you're going to be wondering, is it me? Does he just not want a relationship with me? Or does he not want a relationship with anyone? Is he confused about me? Does he want the best of both worlds? Or does he have Peter Pan syndrome? Having a better idea of what's really going on will help you make a decision regarding what you should do. So, does he have Peter Pan syndrome, and what is this Peter Pan syndrome? Many of us know the story of Peter Pan, the young boy who lives in Neverland, a world where children never grow old. Neverland is a sanctuary for those who want to stay carefree and uninhibited by adult responsibilities forever. And guys who have Peter Pan syndrome display a desire to stay like a child forever, despite the fact that they're getting older. Just Google Peter Pan syndrome and you'll see various websites that tell you more about it. Guys who are affected by Peter Pan syndrome tend to be afraid of committing to a relationship and taking that relationship seriously, getting engaged or chasing after a career, leaving their comfort zone or taking on any real responsibility. Instead, they rely on acting young, crazy, careless, and afraid for as long as they possibly can. So Peter Pan men are unable or unwilling to take on responsibilities, to commit themselves or to keep promises. They excessively care about the way they look and their personal well-being. Other characteristics of people suffering from Peter Pan syndrome is that they are usually scared of loneliness, yet they're constantly changing partners and looking for younger ones. That's because whenever the relationship starts to ask for a high level of commitment and responsibility, they become afraid and break it up. And relationships with younger people have the advantage of being able to live day by day without too many responsibilities. And they also involve less future plans, therefore less responsibilities. So if the guy you're dating has Peter Pan syndrome, you can be sure that it's not about you. It's not that he doesn't want a relationship with you. He doesn't want the responsibilities that go along with adult relationship with anyone. So how can you tell that you're dating a Peter Pan? Well, knowing about his history, his lifestyle, his work, or his academic career can provide some much needed clues. What is he most interested? What does he spend the majority of his time doing? How serious is he about his job? Does he have a job? Is he only interested in sports, drinking, and having a good time? So if you recognize that he's Peter Pan, what should you do? Well, first, don't try to fix them. After all, you didn't break them in the first place. You cannot save a guy from Peter Pan syndrome. He must learn on his own and find his own inner motivation. And some men will not grow out of this for a long, long time. So do yourself a favor and exit the relationship gracefully. But what about if it isn't Peter Pan syndrome? What if he's super successful and responsible in all other areas of his life? He has a great job, he's accomplished academically, he's responsible and shows mature, responsible behaviors in all other areas of his life. Or perhaps he has a solid history of long-term relationships. Then what? He tells you that he's unsure and not ready for a relationship. I can tell you that's when it hurts the most. It sucks and you may want to tell him to F off or block him and never look back. But that would be a bad idea. What if he really is just a little bit worried and doesn't want to make another mistake? What if he just needs a little bit more time? Telling him off would certainly damage the relationship and might result in you losing him forever. Instead, keep your head up. Let him know that you understand that he is unsure or confused, and that like you, he deserves to be in the happiest and best relationship for him. Let him know that it's super important to you, and then let him know of a solution that might really help him. And that is that he needs to take some time alone to figure it all out. Yes, you are the one that suggests to him that he needs time away to figure it out. Because again, everyone deserves to be happy and to be with the person they are 100% sure of and committed to. When you tell him that in the nicest, most sincere way possible, you are letting him know that you want him to be happy and you want him to figure it out. You're also telling him that this situation isn't meeting your needs because you need someone who is all in and 100% sure. So in the meantime, you're going to continue to date because you want a relationship. And when he figures it out, maybe you'll still be available. Maybe. Maybe you'll be in a relationship. Maybe you'll be married. When you handle the conversation in this manner, you are conveying the following messages to him. First, you're letting him know that you care about his well-being and want the best for him, even if that doesn't include you. You're also letting him know that you are not willing to tolerate or accept anything less than 100% from a partner. You're letting him know that you deserve more and that you are showing love for yourself and for him. And lastly, you are showing him that you have the confidence that you will find what you are looking for. And despite the fact that you're disappointed, you know that this is the right thing to do. You're also letting him know that your life doesn't stop as you wait around for him to figure it out. The last thing I want to tell you is probably the most important part of this whole video. And that is the one thing that you should not do regardless of whether he is confused or if he has Peter Pan syndrome. Don't fool yourself into thinking that continuing to date and see him will give him the chance he needs to make the decision. If you continue to see him, you're letting him know that it's okay to continue casually dating, and you're letting him know that he doesn't have to make any decision at all. This lowers your value and shows that you care about his feelings maybe more than your own. Don't fool yourself into believing you can wait it out and that things will work out. After having this conversation, you cannot act like it never happened and continue to engage in the same relationship as before. Despite the fact that he might want to continue dating you casually without a commitment, doing so when you want a commitment is likely to sabotage any possibility of a relationship with him. So yeah, doing nothing is not an option. And lastly, know that rejection does not mean you're not good enough. If for whatever reason you are not right for someone else, that decision is up to them. It's easy to get hung up on the whys behind their decision, but dwelling on them doesn't change the reality. If you aren't right for someone else, that means that they're not right for you. Move on and let them go. And do not use that experience as proof that you aren't good enough. Meeting a person that's not right for you, a person that's not a good match, is not a reflection on you, period. That's it for this video. If you found it helpful and would like to see more dating and relationship advice videos that will help you make your love life the best part of your life, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.